Hey, Alan, we're here with Chris and Bustum from Vampire Weekend. Thanks for taking the time.
Thanks for having us.
I have a song in my head. It's not going away, but I guess the first question is, what is horchata?
Horchata, or I guess in Mexico you would say horchata, but it's a drink.
What's in the drink?
Rice.
I mean, it's a loaded question, but
It's very sweet.
it's like rice. And
Sometimes they have like
It's not
cinnamon
always
in it.
sweet, I feel.
Yeah,
It
that's
can
true. I've
vary
had
how
none.
sweet it is.
Yeah.
It's like a cold drink
right.
made of milk and rice and cinnamon and sometimes like ground nuts.
And they say it cures hangovers, right? At least that's
Oh,
what
I've
I
never
read
tried
online.
it. That's interesting. Maybe. I've never tried it.
How would you describe your sound for those that may not be aware of Vampire Weekend? How would you describe your sound?
As poppy with a mix of diverse influences.
Yeah. So one question that we ask everybody that sits down with us is, 5 records that you think shape or influence you guys to make music. Could you do that? Can you whittle it down to 5? Would it be more like 500?
That might be more accurate.
I mean, I think in some ways like we're just kind of a garage band,
Right.
But then we just try to hide it really well.
With a lot of extra instruments and stuff.
But all of our songs we can kind of play as just like we were a garage band.
Right, stripped down and stuff.
Yeah. So I think we focus on songs, but it's really important for us to try to deliver them in ways that hasn't been done before.
What are some of your influences, though? Seriously, like are there specific artists that you can point to that you listened to growing up that you think come through in the music that you guys make now?
I think The Clash is definitely
Yeah.
a band that I listened to when I was young and I still listen to, that I feel like maybe in one way or another filter into the music that we make.
Right.
Definitely.
When I was listening to the new record, I thought of Paul Simon. If Paul Simon and Elvis Costello had like a love child, it would be Vampire Weekend.
And you
Just-
thought that about our second record?
Yeah, a little bit of the second record
Interesting.
and mostly obviously of the first, but there's
Yeah.
that world beat thing going on, and then there's also a little bit of ska stuff, certainly from the first record.
Yeah.
But even the second record, the new record, which is a little poppier, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I definitely think it's got way more hooks than the first record.
Oh, wow.
More hooks. Wow. Well, we'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, I think it's great. I'd listened to it a few times today.
Cool.
And I wanted to ask you about, let's talk about the new record because California English. Is there a little auto-tune effect happening?
There
on
is
that?
on
Yeah.
Ezra's voice in that song.
Yeah. Is that just because you're just goofing around, or is it an ode to all the stuff that, T-Pain and all of that stuff that's going on, or are you just fooling around in the studio?
Well, it was something that I was like with every song, like I want every song to have like a distinct vocal sound or like a distinct snare drum sound, a distinct bass tone. So like with that, it was just trying to achieve like this sort of distinct sound.
Right.
And auto-tune felt right for that song. And it's not just the auto-tune that makes it sound the way it does. There's like a delay that's very rhythmic tied to that
Right.
vocal. So they're both happening together and they're kind of working off each other.
Do you guys write all of the stuff together, or is it mostly? I mean, you're specifically talking about the production of that song. Is that something
Yeah.
that you concentrate on more than other members of the band? Or
He's
is-
the producer. He's produced both our records.
Right.
So.
In terms of writing, like we write different songs in different ways. You know?
Right.
Some of them we hash out together, and others we work separately.
What made you decide to release the first single for free for everybody online?
Well, I think we look at it like, we don't take anything for granted. So putting out this record, we felt like it should be like putting out our first record, where on our website you could download 2 of our songs
Right.
for free for a really long time. So for us, it's just important to, to give people a chance to hear our music just like we did the first time.
Right.
Because there's no reason not to.